And I don't know if you can see that, but I just put a hole in the tray. So that tray's not going to hold water now. So this last week, the temperatures were above freezing, everything was melting, and then today everything started to freeze up again. It's overnight, so we're going to go into the greenhouse and build some shelving. Come join us. So what we figured is, all along the top area here is where we want to start our seedlings. We'll put the trays on top of a shelf, but I was trying to figure out how that shelf would work without interfering with basically the raised bed down below, or not allowing light through in the bottom window, the top window here. So what we figure we're going to do is we'll attach these hinges with a little 2x4 sticking out like so. And then on top of this, we're going to put some 1x1 strapping, space it out, and then that will allow this to actually fold up here against the roof, and we'll work on some hooks to hook it and keep it in position. And with a few 1x1 strapping across, that will still allow tons of light in, and it'll allow us to access the raised beds below this. So I'm hoping this works. We actually wrap the posts in plastic. I'm still debating that. I'm still debating whether we're going to do one big raised bed right here in the middle, or if we'll do some raised beds in between each post. I don't know yet. Hard to say. I'd love to hear your feedback on what you think would be the best route to go. I'm thinking probably we keep the dirt away from the posts as much as possible. So on the side wall here, what I'm thinking we're going to do is, instead of putting any garden or spot for plants in this area, I'm going to attach a table to this wall. And I'm going to hinge it and make it fold up and down. That way it'll be out of the way when we come into the greenhouse. It'll be out of the way when we're working on this side of the raised bed. But then if we need to do some potting, we can drop that table down, and that'll give us a little workstation here inside the greenhouse. As you can see from the water coming in at the top, I haven't put the roof on the greenhouse yet. It got a little late in the season last year, so it didn't get done. We want to do it as a sod roof, and that's the plan to be able to finish it, is take that roof all the way down to the ground at the back. So it'll be a complete 45-degree angle. It'll go right to the ground, and we're going to basically put about 6 inches to 8 inches of sod on top to be able to grow some shade plants and herbs and flowers and stuff up there. It's also kind of cool to give it that look we want as well. If I'm able to finish off the top this year with maybe some tar paper and we have some metal roofing, I'll get that done this year. Hopefully maybe in the fall we can start to expand the roof and get it down to the ground and look at maybe putting on the sod roof next year. We'll see how it goes. We've got so many projects. Costs of everything has increased dramatically. So trying to get simple projects done now is costing a lot more money than we originally planned for. So we've got this basically how we want it. It's 12 feet long, so it'll hold 12 trays going this way. And it's quite light, so it folds up no problem here. We'll be able to probably put a couple hooks or strings, maybe on each end or the two middle ones. I'm thinking probably the two middle ones. That'll hold that up. And what I'll do is I'll probably put in a metal plate or a hook or something here and attach a wire up to these 2x6s, and that'll help hold the weight of the trays when they're fully soaked with water. So there we go. The tray fits perfectly on that. Yeah, I know. Even if we turn it around this way to allow more sun to come in, it fits great as well. So that's going to be a huge asset for us to be able to start our little seedlings. But I want to share one simple tip that I just did. I moved my tray to be better in the picture of the camera, and I can see this happening in future too. We move the trays around on here just to change their position or make more room. And it hit a piece of the wood that was sticking out. And I don't know if you can see that, but I just put a hole in the tray. So that tray's not going to hold water now. So if you're doing something like this, make sure your surface is perfectly smooth. There's no screws sticking up, nails sticking up, wood slivers sticking up, because that just wrecked that tray. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. I hope this gave you some ideas. As you can see, we've got basically some more of the garden space done. So now to get some soil, get those filled up. We'll line them with plastic as well to help protect the wood. We won't do anything on the bottom, just the sides where the wood is. And then we got to get the raised gardens in the center built. Talk to you soon.